Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Morses with your Friday morning forecast update. We do have a few spotty rain showers returning today. We had nice temperatures yesterday. It should be in the low 60s again today, but it's going to be a fairly breezy day. And with some of the clouds around, it's probably going to feel a few degrees cooler than where we had the temperatures on Thursday, and definitely breezy and cooler for your Saturday. The temperatures will start dropping off behind a pretty strong cold front tomorrow, but it's Sunday that will feel the coldest air of the season come in, as we'll likely have wind chills Sunday morning in the single digits and teens, which I'll show you in just a moment. And that cold air sticking around Sunday through at least next Wednesday, and that will include that chance of maybe a few snow showers coming in on Tuesday. Still more questions than answers as far as the snowfall outlook for us, but it is looking like we could see some snow in some places in the Arctic that don't usually get it. So we'll take a look here at high pressure moving out of the way. That's going to open the door for south breeze to return this afternoon, and that will start to crank up the moisture here, at least some of that moisture coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, which will result in a little bit of that rain trying to pass through this afternoon. Shouldn't have a big bearing on our temperatures. We're in the 20s and 30s again this morning, and temperatures likely in the 50s and low 60s this afternoon, with that south wind gusting maybe 15 to 25 miles per hour. And you can see the wind has started to pick up in most areas early this morning. So look here at your Robinson Futurecast. Don't expect that we'll see much rain, but you can see Futurecast does just trigger this brief maybe line of showers here, especially in the northern Arctic, but there's no severe weather expected or any kind of thunderstorm activity with that. And we will dry out tomorrow. May see a few clouds Saturday morning, but Saturday generally going to be breezy and cooler. We'll likely have high temperatures tomorrow in the 40s and 50s, so I think still a pretty chilly day, especially with that north wind gusting, and that north wind will be pushing the Arctic air in Saturday night into Sunday morning. So you can see by Sunday morning here, still looking breezy, and with the wind out there and temperatures likely in the 20s on Sunday morning. We'll take a look at the wind chills here. This will be Saturday night into Sunday morning. We'll pick it up at midnight here, and you can see by the time we get to sunrise on Sunday, some of those wind chills dropping below 10 degrees or so in the northern Arctic. So again, Saturday is the better day to maybe do some things around the yard or around the house, or just do any of your outdoor activities. I think the wind and the cold air will keep most of us just kind of cooped up in the house on Sunday. And then temperatures next week struggle to reach 40 degrees, so as cold as it was last week, I still think this stretch will be a little colder for us, with highs there in the 30s for the most part Sunday through Tuesday, and we'll start to warm it up late next week. In fact, by next weekend we could be back to about 60 degrees or so. But I know the question is what's going on with the winter weather potential. It's still there. You can see this big trough that digs out of the Rocky Mountains here will likely pull in some Gulf moisture, but what we're looking at here is most of the moisture staying down along the coastline. We'll see in the subsequent model runs here if that tries to pull any of the moisture further to the north. But right now, it looks like the areas most likely to see accumulating snow would be in deep East Texas, maybe over towards Toledo Bend, and even over towards the Natchitoches areas. Those are usually the areas that don't see the snow when we get these winter weather events, but still a long ways to go here, so we know the outlook will likely change here in the upcoming days. So make sure you are just kind of checking back for updates. Right now, I don't expect any significant accumulations. We could see maybe a few inches of snow down here in some areas, but as I mentioned, the outlook's probably going to flip-flop back and forth until the models get a better handle on it, and that should occur sometime over the weekend. And then late next week, we'll warm back into the 40s and 50s, and we may have another shot of seeing some rain here. We'll keep an eye on the temperatures. If they're not as warm as expected, we could also see maybe a second window for some winter weather, especially some sleet and ice open up late in the week here. But again, Tuesday's the main day to watch as far as the any snowfall here in the Arctic, maybe as far north as I-20, including areas like Shreveport. So we'll keep an eye on that over the weekend. The weekend will be turning colder. Lows next week in the teens and 20s, so make sure, as you were last week, to kind of make those preparations to cover up your pipes and the faucets outside and just winterize your homes over the weekend. And then it looks like we will have a bit of a warming trend late next week.